Hello everyone, my name is Andre and today we are back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. This time, episode 24, Egyptian Exhibition Expo 27. 2007, I guess. I need to say the 07. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. 2007. So, welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. And now, I don't know about you guys, but where I live, it's been pouring down rain and it's getting kind of cold. I don't like that, but it is life. So how's it going on your side of the world, I guess? Hopefully you at the very least have some warm weather still in your place, but the time for warm weather, it's indeed going away, so well, we'll see. I also wanted to ask what you guys thought about the voice modulator that I used last time. Did you like it? Do you think it was funny? I know there was a problem with the recording. What you actually heard was a re-recording, and then it was all messed up, and I don't want to talk about it, but what matters is the voice. Did you guys like the voice? Did you guys didn't like the voice? Would you guys think it would be funny to maybe do an episode using only one of the voices? I don't know. I think it's an interesting idea. Maybe I could do an entire episode and like meme it, like create like a cartoon character and like make him do faces and stuff like that, and we could have that be the reaction. And then I just record my voice. Something along those lines. I don't know. I think it would be pretty interesting. But here's an idea to that. I think it would be actually quite different if I did that. I don't know if there's anyone doing that in the reaction world. I don't know. Throwing out ideas out there. But without any further ado, let's begin. Guys, as always, please don't forget to show your support to Little Kuriboh. Links are in the description below. And if you don't mind, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It's free. And if you don't like it, you can always unsubscribe later on. Also, apparently, and I don't know if this is true or not, this might be just some YouTubers like saying this in order to, in order to trick people, I guess. But there's a good chance that, it's true. So apparently there's this bug with YouTube that unsubscribes people. So if you were subscribed before and you're still watching the videos and you think you are subscribed, just go check it just to ensure that you are. I don't know if this is true or not. I just apply from other YouTubers, but the guys I usually see sometimes say this. So I don't know, maybe. But just in case, do go check it out. See if you are still subscribed, and if you're not, please do consider it. Again, it's free, and it really doesn't really change much for you. So please, it helps a lot. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at @AndreGazayt. It helps a lot, the channel as well, in terms of exposure and stuff like that. So I really appreciate it. And without any further ado, let's begin, shall we?
Yu-Gi-Oh! It stays crunchy, even in milk. Welcome, Miss Ishtar. On behalf of the Domino Museum, I'd like to welcome you to America. Or Japan.
America.
I'm not quite sure where we are. It's pretty vague.
I trust you have made all the necessary arrangements for my exhibition.
Don't worry.
See the necklace of the Millennium there?
I have developed an ingenious plan to transport your Egyptian artifacts.
You're placing them inside several vehicles disguised as garbage trucks.
How did you know?
I'm sorry. I know this is supposed to be a woman, but she looks like a dude with long hair. Am I being mean? Am I being mean, or is this the design here? I'll explain it. Like, her features are sharper. The eyes are also very sharp. I don't know. It just seems like originally this was meant to be a dude's design with long hair, and she looks a bit mannish. I'm sorry.
My Millennium Necklace gives me the power to see the future, and also to
I
break
can see the
wall.
future.
That's pretty neat.
Really?
What else can you see?
Does she
In
break
about
the fourth
5
wall?
seconds, you will be interrupted by the opening credits.
What the hell are you talking about?
Nice. Breaking the fourth wall is actually pretty hard to do in a satisfactory way. Like, everyone can break the fourth wall, but it can
We interrupt
usually
this program
be
to
very
bring you an
annoying.
urgent report. It seems that the Domino Museum is holding an extremely boring exhibition on ancient Egypt. Apparently, this qualifies as news. In other plot-related stories, Seto Kaiba is about to receive an important phone call.
Hey, big brother, can I watch SpongeBob?
Shut up, Mokuba.
Sure.
I'm busy flagging
SpongeBob
YouTube
is
videos
great.
to compensate for the fact that I have an extremely small penis.
Oh,
Oh shit.
I like Patrick.
What the hell do you want?
Hello, Kaiba. This is a Shizu Ishtar. Stop whatever you're doing and look at the TV right now.
I personally invite Seto Kaiba to come to my museum.
What the hell was that?
You see, Kaiba, I called you on the phone specifically so that you would hear my invitation on the television.
Why didn't you just invite me over the phone?
Exactly.
I have magical powers.
You do realize you're paying for this call, right?
Okay.
I feel so confused. I can't decide whether I'm the main character or not.
Of course you're the main character.
Well,
the
not
show
really.
is called Yu-Gi-Oh, remember? Yu-Gi-Oh, Yugi. Seems pretty obvious.
Yeah, but you're the one who always wins the card games. You're the one who always gets all the fangirls. I get nothing. Let's face it, I'm about as important to the plot as Bakura.
Don't say that. Don't even think it.
Welcome, Seto Kaiba. I'm glad
It's
you
true,
came.
though.
I've locked all the exits. And I helped. Tell me what this is about, or I'll be forced to unleash the fury of
This
my
is Seto
enemy wallet.
Come this
dress
way,
number
Kaiba,
2.
and all will be
Not dress,
revealed.
but coat.
Let me
Like,
get
he
this
changes
straight.
from time
It's
to
been
time.
24 episodes, and we're only just now explaining the plot. Does J.J. Abrams write this show or something?
We've uncovered rare artifacts that depict the earliest game played in Egypt. Behold, Kaiba, the origin of duel monsters.
Oh my god, a giant rock!
That's right, Kaiba. A giant rock.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. A giant rock. It's a rock and it's giant.
Yes, and that's not all. Come over here, Kaiba, and prepare to witness something incredible.
Okay, but it's gonna be tough to beat that giant
Another
rock.
What
Ryan.
you're about to
Another
see
giant
will
rock.
change your life forever.
Oh my god, another giant rock.
This giant rock depicts the duel between the pharaoh and his high priest.
What the hell? He looks just like Yugi.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
It's
It means
dumb as
your
shit.
arch-rival Yu-Gi-Moto is a reincarnation of the pharaoh, and
Yeah.
that history is about to repeat itself.
Are you trying to tell me that Yugi and I are destined to play card games with each other for eternity?
Yes.
Best destiny
Ever.
Now I shall use
Yes.
the power.
You know, it's already ridiculous enough that in their past lives they both had, one had the Blue Eyes White Dragon, the other one had the Dark Magician. It's already incredibly dumb that that's the fact, in the fact that they are supposed to be reincarnations whilst the spirit of the pharaoh is still alive. That's not how reincarnation works, by the way, right? Because the spirit of Atom is inside the Millennium Puzzle, so technically Atom never reincarnated, so technically Yugi cannot be Atom's reincarnation. Period. Like, the end. So it's bullshit. That's not the point. That's not the point. Like, Yugi only has the Dark Magician because he took it from Joey, so technically this is all bullshit. That's basically it. And but now in a more serious note, it is one of those, oh my god, what a coincidence, you know? And that doesn't work in shows. That doesn't work because it makes the plot feel like it's adjusting to whatever bullshit happened before instead of the plot already having a story defined. What this means is that it feels like the story is being written as it goes along, as the show goes through the episodes, instead of already having a pre-existing plot foundation that then you adapt into episodes, and then you can sometimes change stuff, whatever. That usually adaptations do change a thing or two. So that's quite natural. But regardless, in here it feels like the plot is just following whatever, you know, whim the creator has for that episode, instead of already existing a solid foundation plot. You already know what's the beginning of the show, what's the middle of the show, and what's the end of the show, and then in between these things, then you can do some fillers, some changes, some whatever. But it feels like the plot is just being worked on as it goes through, and that usually ruins the shows, because stuff like this, like Why does Yami look like Yu-Gi? Well, I don't know. Well, let's say reincarnation, and then you don't really think about stuff because you are on the moment and you need to provide an explanation. What's the plot? I don't know. It's card games. Who cares? Like, it feels like this, you know? And this type of coincidence is like, you know, originally Yugi only got Dark Magician because of Joey, because he took the cards from Joey for whatever reason. And if you consider that, like, apparently the Dark Magician has this so deep and powerful connection to the Pharaoh. You know, you'd think that it would already be part of his deck, or that he would have gotten it in a more special way. Maybe he went to a game shop and the card was exposed and he felt like a connection to the card or something like that. But no, you know, Seto Kaiba, at the very least, you can imagine how he is a reincarnation of the priest, because he had the Blue Eyes White Dragon, and Seto Kaiba, when he appeared, he was looking for the Blue Eyes White Dragon cards, right? He wanted to get them all. He wanted to catch them all. So it felt like, at the very least, Kaiba had a connection to that card, whether it was emotional or something he could not explain, like a reincarnation. But Yugi, that's not the case. It feels like Yugi just randomly got that card, and just so happened to be the card that the Pharaoh utilized hundreds and thousands of years ago. It kind of makes no sense, and that kind of ruins the plot, because it weakens the plot to a point in which you can start to tear it down and find the inaccuracies. You know what I mean. Suddenly I can't say the word inaccuracies? Is that what? I don't know. Oh, fucking hell. I sometimes get blanks like this. Inaccuracies. Inaccuracies. Right? That's right. That's gotta be right. Forget about it. That's right. And whatever. Regardless, you know, it feels like the plot, it's kind of pasty, kind of... you shape it to the form you want at that moment, and doesn't have like a defined form in which you can just add details here and there, which is usually the wrong way of doing stuff. The way I see it, it's that.
Power of my Millennium Necklace to show you the
Yeah, she
duel
looks like a
between
dude, I'm
Pharaoh and
sorry.
your ancestor. What's going on? Where am I?
Ignat Shawaneha.
Pharaoh.
Umo Shishi Lai Lao.
And now,
If you don't know where that's from, it's from Jackie Chan. It might not be the original English version with Jackie. When I saw the cartoons, I was a kid, so I saw the dubbed version in Brazilian, Portuguese of Brazil, whatever. I call it Brazilian. I know it's not, but it's Portuguese of Brazil, but I call it Brazilian. But I watched it in that dubbed version. And the master did Umo Shishi Lai Lao. And I always loved it. I don't know why, it stayed with me.
we demand that you wear a shirt that covers.
Another thing that I don't understand is, why is the Pharaoh kept in the shadows here? like, are you seriously saying that nobody that watched this show can guess that this is Atom? That this is the spirit inside the Millennium Puzzle? Oh my god! What is this right here? Isn't this the Millennium Puzzle? Oh, you don't say. My god. Golly darn. I can't believe what my eyes are seeing. I can't indeed. Like, it's fucking ridiculous, isn't it? Like, you look at this and you're like, who could this fucking be? I don't know. I've never seen such a easily detectable hairstyle before in my life. My god, who could this be? Don't hide him in the shadows. It's kind of it's so pointless.
Covers your manly chest. You're making us all look out of shape.
Our pharaoh can wear whatever he wants. He worked hard to get that physique.
Why don't you marry the pharaoh if you love him so
Yes.
much?
Maybe I will.
Blue Eyes White Dragon, destroy all his monsters. That guy looks just like me, and he has a blue eyes, just like me.
Yes.
And he's an asshole, just like me. I must be looking into the distant past. It's just like eternal darkness. Ha ha ha! Victory is mine. Unfortunately, we will never know who won that fateful duel, because their name is hidden by ancient Egyptian spoiler tags. Now, do you believe
Yes,
me,
okay,
Kaiba?
sure.
Since I'm the most skeptical person on the planet, I'm going to say no. I'll be leaving now. Wait, Kaiba. Don't you want to know about the powerful cards I promised you? You never said anything about powerful cards.
You never said anything
Well,
about that.
I meant to. Behold, Kaiba, the 3 Egyptian god cards. Obelisk the Tormentor, Slifer the Executive Producer, and Mega Ultra Chicken. Mega Ultra Chicken?
Yes.
That's just dumb. It is you who is dumb. Pegasus
course.
created them to be the most powerful cards in Duel Monsters. If these cards are so great, why didn't Pegasus use them in
Egyptian
Season
gods.
1? Because the writers hadn't thought of them yet.
Again. Now, I do remember the explanation why that they found as to why Pegasus could not utilize the cards. He did create them, but they were so incredibly powerful that I guess if I'm not mistaken, like the Millennium Eyes reacted to the cards themselves, and it almost killed Pegasus when he tried to utilize one of them. And the cards apparently need to accept you as their owner in order for you to utilize them. I might be wrong. Again, I might be wrong. I'm not sure. But if I'm not mistaken, that is the reason. It's something along those lines. I remember seeing a scene with Pegasus and the tablets, right? The stone tablets with the figures of Obelisk, Slifer, and Ra. And I remember seeing that, and in it he is like trying to, I think he's in a canvas drawing the cards, if I'm not mistaken. Like he's drawing the art for the cards. And when he does finish one, he like gets assaulted by Slifer, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's something along those lines. And that's when he almost gets killed because of the incredible power of the god cards. So that's a decent explanation. But it does not change the fact. That it's still, again, a coincidental plot point. It's like, oh my god, now there's this 3 new mumbo jumbos that were just recently discovered by our characters, and these cards are special because they are gods and stuff like that. And again, it weakens the plot. It's fun to create something like this, but again, what she said is right. Why didn't Pegasus mention this? Why didn't Pegasus utilize this? Why didn't Pegasus try to find a way to control the cards? Stuff like that, But I do think they came out with a decent explanation for it, though, even though it was something created later on.
In order to keep them safe, Pegasus entrusted them to me, but then I
Why?
immediately lost 2 of them. Way to go. They were stolen from me by the Rare Hunters. Rare Hunters? Who are they? An elite group of card game enthusiasts who spend their time stealing rare and powerful cards. Kind of like what you did in the first episode. Only these guys steal from people who can actually fight back. Yeah, whatever.
Okay,
Kaiba,
no, they
if
steal
you
it
were
from
to hold
Merrick,
a
okay.
tournament, your reputation would attract the greatest duelists in the world. It would be the
Another
biggest
tournament?
concentration of nerds ever assembled outside a Star Trek convention. I see. So it's a trap. You want to lure the Rare Hunters to Domino City so that you can get back the Egyptian god cards that you lost like an idiot. Can we stop talking like this? I'm getting very dizzy.
Yeah, no, this is a
Why
weird
should I
way of
help
doing
you?
that.
Because if you do, I'll give you this. Can
Obelisk.
it be? Obelisk the Tormentor. You may borrow this card during the tournament, but I shall expect it back. You do realize I'm just gonna keep this, right? I mean, there's no way I'd ever return a card this
Of course
valuable.
not.
Shit. I hadn't thought of that. Your psychic powers are surprisingly lame. I see everything. I can even see into your future. In 10 years, you will open a duelist academy that teaches children how to play card games. And you will look exactly the same as you do now. Well, now I know you're full of crap. It's just not fair. I've been in love with Taya for years, but she never even noticed me until you came along. It's you she loves, not me.
What about that My Valentine chick? She likes you.
Yeah.
She's not my type.
Not your type. Are you blind? Her boobs are bigger than you.
You have everything and I have nothing.
That's not true, Yugi. You'll always have card games.
With
Of
this
course.
children's trading
course.
card, I will totally rule the world. Wait, who's driving the car?
Hi, bro.
Rokuba.
I'm your new chauffeur. Wee, vroom, yeah.
Nice. This makes sense.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya.
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
I predict that all the jokes you just heard will soon be appearing in somebody else's abridged series. You know the one.
I don't know the one. Is it talking about Dragon? No, it doesn't make sense for him to be talking about the Dragon Ball, because you know the shows are different. So what's he talking about actually? I'm not sure. But I guess when he started doing this, someone else started another Yu-Gi-Oh Abridged series, and they started copying him a lot, and that's what he's referring to. This was, you know, this was still what, 2009, so it's still early on. It's still very early on YouTube, so a lot of this type of bullshit that he's talking about did happen a lot. A lot of people would just copy paste most shit without any effort, and then they would just like run it, and people would like it regardless because they got either lucky or they paid for promotion and stuff like that, and it would just usually be better. It did happen a lot, and it's quite sad, you know, when it does happen, but whatever. It is what it is. This episode was legit fun. I loved the criticism on this one. I thought it was so accurate to, you know, the whole show's demeanor, because it's like I was saying, it feels like the plot of the show is ever changing depending on the whims of the creator right now, which is not how it should be. A story needs to have a beginning, a middle, and an end, so that you can set up what you need in the beginning, and you can continue the setup in the middle, and then have the payoff in the end, so that the whole story feels like it came full circle. It's a necessity, and usually as a creator you need to have a pretty good idea how the show begins and how the show ends, and usually the middle is the thing that's more fluid and that you can interchange the most. But if you are starting like an arc, and if you are starting like to give this type of exposition, you need to have like, you need to have the stuff really well thought out, because if not, it's going to open up holes on your story, and you know, sometimes they don't really matter. You know, plot holes sometimes don't really bother people, but you know, it really does depend on the plot hole, and sometimes like it can really screw your show over if you don't really think about the you know, what's happening, right? For instance, the Avengers Endgame film. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen that, you know, a lot of the time travel can be somewhat bullshitty. And a lot of people don't like that film because of the time travel aspect of it. Time travel is incredibly hard to do, and it's something that I'm always against when it comes to cinema, because it's usually so difficult, because it's a concept that we don't really understand and have a grasp of. They're theories, but we don't really understand the concept, right? Because it's not able to be done. So when we see it in films, we cannot help but wonder what's actually happening. And, you know, again, it kind of destroys that film continuum that you really want to see. This episode talked exactly about that. Talked exactly about Week's story, and when it comes to how they are doing stuff, it feels like they're just doing things on a whim, and it's just, you know, suddenly someone that you never met before appears, no connection to anyone that you know of, because they, in the beginning, they don't need to be. They are the exposition people, right? They exist solely to expose you to the new information of the plot, and you wonder, why didn't this come up before? You know, especially with the, for instance, the God cards, especially with the creator of the God cards, right? You know, why didn't this come up before? And you can't really have an explanation for those types of things. However, I did enjoy this. I still think that the one thing this show doesn't do right is the fact that it has no sound. I think that if Kuriboh decided to utilize like the show's sound for battles and for other stuff, I think it would be so much better, like Yu-Gi-Oh, like Dragon Ball Z Abridged did, you know, with the battles. You know, they utilize the sound of the show, and then they just exchanges the voices. Personally, I feel like that's something he should do in this show. Obviously, you know, we are at episode 25. He may be, maybe in the future he'll do that. I don't know. But if he didn't do that, up until the present, he should really consider doing that, because I think it could enhance the Abridged series a little bit more. But again, an opinion. It's something that I would have to see it to know if it's actually working fine or not. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you don't mind, please don't forget to like and subscribe, share it with your friends, click the bell click the bell icon so that you can get notified as to when I have uploaded and all that good stuff. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!